Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And as you can probably guess, I am at work, so I'm about to have my lunch. The bowl is hot, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it to you or not. I made some cabbage soup not too long ago, and that's what I brought for lunch. I did go and get me some of these pita chips, and I've had these before, but I like the ones that are, it has cinnamon on it, but they didn't have them, so I got these. So, I don't know, I'm gonna see. Here's the cabbage soup. I can't tip the bowl or else it'll be cabbage soup everywhere. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and say grace, and then we're gonna get into the conversation. Got my hair slicked back today, as y'all can see in my little pony. Bless this food for which we're, I don't know why I always say, I guess because I'm used to praying with my family. Okay. Bless this food for which I'm about to receive, allowed to be used for the nourishment of my body, for Christ's sake. Amen. Amen. Anyway, yeah, I hope it's hot enough. I put it on 2 minutes. And usually that's too long for my food, because I don't like my food so hot where I can't taste it. Because one time my food was so hot, that first bite, I couldn't really taste much of anything because my tongue was burnt. So, it could stand to be a little hotter, but we're going to go ahead and eat it because I'm not getting up. So anyway, what is everybody up to? I got a few things going on. I did a live for Martin Luther King Day. Not in observance of the day, but I just mentioned it was the day. I showed my Sweetheart's Bliss box. We danced and danced and danced. So we danced a little bit. I didn't have a whole lot of people in there, but I had fun. I had a really good time. So I hope everybody who came had a really good time as well. I do feel like this video, my mouth is moving at a weird pace in comparison to the video that I see. So I hope that don't affect my video. Anyway, I think I've been doing pretty good about recording and uploading and stuff. Because you should have been seeing videos for uploaded for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I'm trying to keep my word and go live at least once a week, which I did that yesterday. So I don't know if I'm gonna go live again this week or not, but we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, what do we want to talk about today? What I want to do, because I had a series when I first started filming, didn't know anything about getting monetized or anything like that. But it's called Let's Talk About. And I picked topics that I could relate to. I did do one on like mental health. I did one on I want to say it was on personal hygiene. I can't remember. I did one on, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I can't remember, it's been so long ago, but I know I did. I want to say there might be like 6 videos. I can't check right now because I'm actually recording on my phone. But I was thinking about bringing that back because it all ties into, the same thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to those videos, and I think I'm going to do like an update. So, like the one that talked about mental health, I actually did, it talked about mental health, but it talked about my experience, because when I was younger, I was going through a lot. I had a lot of things happen to me, and I never talked to anybody about it. I never shared that information with anybody about it. So I dealt with a lot of stuff on my own, not really understanding what trauma was because I was so young, not understanding what depression was because I was so young, feeling like the things that were happening to me was my fault, even though the majority of the offenders were adults. There were some offenders, and those of you who don't understand what I mean when I say offenders, I was sexually abused when I was growing up. And some of the offenders, most of them were adults, but some of them were children. Some of them were in the same age group as I was. And there were just things happening to me. And so people chalk that up to, oh, she being fast, oh, she this, that, and the other. And no, it wasn't that. There were just a lot of things that happened to me, and they seemed like the normal because it happened for so long and it happened so often. That was just the way my life was. And so I made the assumption that maybe that's how other girls, these things were happening to other girls, and it wasn't just happening to me. So it seemed like maybe this was just the normal thing that was supposed to happen. So, y'all excuse me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to go back to those videos, and I'm going to do like an update. Because again, when I started filming those videos, that had to be back like 2010 maybe. So, oh wow, so that's like almost 12 years ago. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think so. So those videos were filmed a really long time ago, and so I think that they warrant an update. So comment down below if you would like to see an update to those videos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the playlist section on my channel and you will find it. I believe it's called Let's Talk About It. I believe that's what it's called. And check out those videos. Let me know if you think you want to see I think I'm gonna wind up doing it anyway, but just let me know if you think you want to see like an update. Because I was doing those, that's when I was vlogging in my car I believe it was like on my lunch break or coming into work or something like that. But I had very specific topics, and I want to revisit those. They're kind of, I think if nothing else, but to kind of do like a side-by-side, like the video and then what my thoughts are, you know what I'm saying? I kind of wish I knew how to do how people do reaction videos. I don't have the understanding of using the software enough to figure out the screen situation. Because the program that I'm using to edit my videos is ancient. They don't even support that anymore. I don't even know if you can find it anymore. But I do have one to share, and I have a couple other ones, but I haven't been able to figure out how to actually edit a video where I like the way it looks. Because when I go to split and chop and do this and do that, it don't look right. So then I get frustrated and I just go back to what I know how to use. So FYI, that's not typical behavior of a tech head. Usually a tech head, they'll keep messing with it till they figure it out. So I think that's what I want to do. And if I can graduate, so to speak, to understanding how to use a better software program to editing program to edit my videos so they look cleaner and they look, because like some of these programs have all these bells and whistles. They got where you can layer, you know, different things and pop in like images and just all kinds of, you know, stuff on the video. And the program I got don't do that. This program, it's strictly, when I tell you there are no bells and whistles, and it specifically does what it's supposed to do, like in its lowest possible form. So yes, I do realize I need to upgrade. And I'm paying for Adobe. It's not the Forms editor. It's called Adobe Creative something. But it came with a version of Adobe, like the Forms editor, and I do remember looking at it, and I want to say that I vaguely remember seeing something about video editing on there. So I think that's going to be my next little project, is that I have to figure out a better video editing program that I can use, because the one I got, it works, but not nearly. By now, as long as I've been doing this, I should have been graduated. I kind of feel like I want to drink the liquid out of this bowl. It's so good. I've been drinking all day. I haven't had any water, which I probably need to give me some water. Yeah, I think I'm thirsty for some water, because I juiced, and I brought my, like, one of the bottles that has the juice in it, and I just been I poured that over ice to kind of dilute it a little bit, because I put a jalapeno in it and it had a kick to it. So that's kind of got me full, so I'm not really like starving. I was a little bit hungry, but I probably could have waited another hour and would have enjoyed this a lot better. So I think I'm gonna take another bite, put my top on it, and I'll probably like eat more of it because I'm at work till 5. I'll eat more of it later. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I hate wasting food, and I show them like playing over food. And I'm just kind of, now it's done cooled off to the point where I don't, because at first it was a nice, you know, it wasn't hot, but it was a nice warm temperature. I could have ate it, but because of the fact that I'm not really like hungry, I'm just sitting here spooning stuff in my mouth. But anyway, yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all think about you know, those videos. I think that I want to kind of revisit some of my old content anyway, and do like updates, because I have over 400 videos, you know, and I think I want to just kind of go back to when I first started doing this, and like looking at that content and try to like update y'all on, you know, either my thinking or where I am in that position. Because I had a point, like after I had my bariatric surgery, I thought I was gonna have to do a reset, because I was worried about what, you know, how my body was reacting and stuff to the weight loss and just stuff that I was going through. Now I kind of feel like I'm picking up a little weight. I'm okay with that, because I'm not like gaining like unhealthy weight. You can just tell, you know, because my face is not as, because at one point my face was getting like really small, but you can just tell that I'm getting nutrients, which is a good thing, because that was a whole nother issue, is I wasn't getting my nutrients, and then I had to get a blood transfusion and almost end up in the hospital. And so, you know, I'd rather have, you know, my face to start filling out, and maybe my hips or whatever, feeling a little full or whatever, than to be walking around here looking like a pale skeleton, you know. So yeah, and that's another thing, you know, my color's starting to come back and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm getting better. My diet has changed, but also this like juicing and stuff that because I used to juice years ago, but I think that the juicing and stuff that I started back doing is helping too, because I was juicing beets and carrots and cucumbers and celery, oranges, lemons, radish, ginger, you know, just a bunch of different stuff. And so and sometimes if I have produce in the house and it's going bad, child, I grab that produce out of there, wash it off and stick it in there, even if it's not part of my original juice plan. Because I did that. I had bought some I love nectarines. I don't like peaches because I don't like the fuzzy, but the nectarines are smooth, and if the skin is tight and it's kind of firm, even better, because I get that crunch. So I had bought nectarines and they weren't being eaten fast enough, so I put them in the freezer. And so what I did was I took one out, and I took a bowl and I put it in the microwave for about like a minute. And then what happened was it thawed out, but it was soft enough where I could squeeze it and the seed came out. And I just stuck that in the juicer. So it's, you know, it was sweet, and so then you don't waste your produce. So I know some things that you probably wouldn't think, you know, to freeze or whatever, but especially greens, if it's going bad and you're not eating it fast enough, stick it in the freezer, because then you could turn around and you don't have to microwave it. But if you know you're going to juice, you can take it out and sit it off to the side, let it just naturally thaw out, and then just either blend it, make you a smoothie, or put it in a juicer. Now, I know I've seen where people have juiced like greens and, you know, stuff like that. Even this person is juicing broccoli. And I'm like, my brain cannot process how you get juice out of green vegetables, because when I tried in the past, and I don't know if it was the kind of juicer I had, you didn't get much out of that. So I don't know. I have a completely different kind. I have a cold press juicer now. I think that's what it's called. Well, see, the difference is the juicer I have now, the crank and the cylinder is plastic. The one I had before, it was a blade. It was like a metal blade, and so it did like a lot of chopping before it pushed it through to squeeze out all the juice. So the machines actually function 100% different. Now, don't come for me on the lingo, but I do know the difference because I remember how they worked, but I just don't exactly know what it's called. I think the one I have now is called cold press. But yeah, I know it juices differently, because it's like it's this it's a piece about this long, and it has these little, it has a groove that just goes around and around, and it just takes and it turns and turns, and it pulls the food down, crunch, 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 and it just kind of squeeze it out, and then it pushes out the pulp. My other one didn't do that. And the other one I know for a fact was way messier, because I had a reservoir that I had to put a plastic bag in, because when all the pulp and everything came out, it came out like on the backside, and it was just kind of open, and it just was messy. And then the piece that did the grinding was like this. It was round and it was like this, and I had to take it out and I had to do all that scrubbing. With this one, I pop off the piece where the pulp comes out, take off the strainer, pull out the long cylinder piece that's just doing the squeezing, and then I turn the master chamber part of it. Once I pull all of that out, I simply just have to rinse all of that, and the only piece is the filter, which is probably about that big, that I have to use my scrub brush and get it all clean. Everything else is plastic, so it rinses off real well. Now I use soap and water, but I don't submerge my pieces. I actually use soap and water, and I clean it under running water is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so you know, that's just to try to take care of it better, I think, in my opinion. So I'd much rather do that than actually like put it in a sink full of water. I just, under running water, I just wash it real good. So but anyway, so far I'm enjoying this. I'm not juicing to lose weight, and I'm not juicing to replace any meals. I'm juicing in addition to what I'm already eating, so that I can add more. And if y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can see, my hands are red. That's a good sign of like iron. course too, I just washed my hands under hot water, but you know, when your hands are, you know, pale or whatever, that shows that you probably a little depleted under your iron too. Plus, I don't know if you can see, I'm so tired, y'all. I can go take a nap somewhere, but you can see the red in my eyes too. That's a sign that, you know, my iron is good. Because before, when it's pale like that, that's a sign that you need to have your iron checked. But anyway, it's only been 20 minutes, but I am gonna go back, and I appreciate y'all so very much. Even though this is still the middle part of, actually it's going into the end part of January, Valentine's Day is a good ways off. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but I don't charge up anybody who do. As a matter of fact, in honor of those who do celebrate Valentine's Day and you are trying to find a gift for your significant other, I have my Sweetheart's Bliss. It is a very soft and fruity scent, but I can make a basket out of anything that you would like to purchase. Please go to my website at emoneayessentials.com. But the Sweetheart's Bliss box is on the website and available for sale. It comes in a white box with 3 8-ounce products, your butter, your body wash, and your body spray, along with some extra goodies in the box to make it all complete. Again, you can shop with us at emoneayessentials.com. If you have any questions, shoot us an email over at thgreenandcompany at gmail.com, and we'll be happy to service you. But y'all know we don't get out of here without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.